The man had already spent 13 years in prison. As long as he stayed out of trouble, he would be eligible for release next week. But the moment his new cellmate walked in, he immediately felt uneasy. 13 years behind bars had taught him how to read people, and this new guy was definitely not ordinary. Sure enough, on the very first day, the newcomer slashed another inmate in the face. Tyler had already been in prison for 13 years. Every single one of those years had been unbearable. He no longer even fantasized about life outside. He survived by cutting inmates' hair, never getting into conflicts with anyone. In prison, the key to survival was to avoid being remembered, but that day, the doctor told him that, to ease the pressure on the prison system, they were planning to release eligible inmates. If he completed an evaluation form, he could apply for early parole. The doctor seemed to notice his nervousness and said, as long as he filled out the form and stayed out of trouble, he would be fine. Tyler nodded, but he knew it was not that simple. Trouble was everywhere in prison. He took the evaluation form back to his cell and carefully read the questions. They were meant to judge whether he could function in society again. But one question made him stop writing. Do you have family or friends to support you? After release, he stared at the line, not knowing what to write. Suddenly, singing echoed from outside. A guard came to his cell and told him he had a new roommate. When the new prisoner walked in, Tyler instantly felt uneasy. The man came in complaining non-stop, and after the guard left, he walked straight to the toilet and started urinating, completely ignoring Tyler. Tyler had just been handed a chance at freedom, but now he was locked in a cell with someone who felt dangerous. A moment later, the man asked where the bathroom was. Tyler simply replied left, and the man left the cell. Only then did Tyler relax a little. The next day, Tyler called his ex-girlfriend Becca, but the number was no longer in service. He stood there frozen and slowly walked back to his cell. Soon after, guards delivered the new inmate's belongings. A huge pile of items filled the tiny cell. Pushing Tyler up to the top bunk, the man started organizing his space, lining up drinks and snacks neatly, and turning the game console on, as if the entire room belonged to him. Another inmate came in trying to sell drugs. The man mocked him and told him to get lost. A while later, another inmate tried again, and the man suddenly snapped, smashing a can into the guy's face and cutting him open. The man ran out holding his wound. Tyler stayed silent on the top bunk. Doctors had told him not to cause trouble, but now that advice sounded like a joke. Over the next few days, their life together was surprisingly calm. One day, the man noticed Tyler had run out of toothpaste and casually handed him his own. Tyler froze for a moment while taking it. This man, who looked like he could explode at any second, might not be as dangerous as he thought. One day, Tyler asked a friend for help and finally got the new phone number of his ex-girlfriend Becca. The call went through, but Becca's attitude was ice cold. She did not want to talk to him, and she did not want him to see their son Adam. She told Tyler to stay out of their lives. After the call ended, Tyler stood there gripping the phone. Becca's words cut deeply into his heart. For 13 years, he had relied on drugs just to get through each day, because without hope there was no reason to stay sober. But the chance at parole made him believe he could still turn his life around. Becca's rejection shattered that hope completely, and he slipped back into that familiar darkness. He returned to his cell and took the drugs he had bought from another inmate. D looked at what was in his hand and mocked Tyler for being a loser. Tyler could not argue with him because D was right. He was nothing more than a broken man. The next day, D excitedly showed Tyler something. It was a video on his phone. The video showed his brothers tearing through the streets, causing chaos. His brothers could make it happen. He even offered to send them to find Tyler's ex-girlfriend. Tyler explained that Becca had never approved of the things he used to do. D asked why he did not just reach out to his son Adam instead. The suggestion caught Tyler off guard. D's words made him realize something. Adam had not rejected him yet. He still had a chance. Tyler asked D if he could get him a phone. D pulled out his own personal phone and said Tyler could borrow it, but if it got lost or damaged, Tyler would have to pay for it. That night, Tyler found his son's social media account. D told him to send a message, but Tyler had no idea what to say. 13 years in prison had left him, not knowing where to begin. In the end, Tyler sent a simple hi. Adam replied almost immediately, asking who is this. Tyler told him that he was his father. Then he added his phone number and said Adam could call if he wanted to talk. After setting the phone down, Tyler's fingers were still shaking. Later that day, while Tyler sat in his cell lost in thought, he suddenly noticed a drone hovering in front of him. He warned whoever was controlling it that they had the wrong cell and told them to make it leave. But instead of flying away, the drone moved even closer. Tyler heard the footsteps of a prison guard nearby and realized that if they were caught, both he and the drone would be in serious trouble. He quickly grabbed the bag hanging underneath it. Only then did the drone fly away. When D returned to the cell, Tyler finally understood the contraband belonged to D. Tyler told him he was going to get him into trouble. If the guards found those illegal items in his cell, his chance at freedom would disappear. But D told him not to worry. The guards were never going to search their cell. Then D handed Tyler something. Tyler could only say that he had seen nothing. D seemed very pleased with that answer.